The fact that you are the person that you are today is absolutely incredible. There are people who have gone through the things that you've gone through, less than what you've gone through, and haven't been able to come out the other side the way you have. What's so remarkable about you is that the kind of like success and achievements that you've accomplished in your life is something that would be expected or considered, or not even expected, but considered remarkable for someone who was set up in life, for someone who had like the road paved for them, had support, that kind of thing. Is that it would seem like, wow, they did a really good job with what they were handed. For someone like you to have achieved what you've achieved is nothing short of miraculous. That you could have been, I'm hearing so much worse, is that you could have done so much worse for yourself, and people would have been like, wow, they did a really good job considering what they've been handed. That there is, I'm getting like generational curses, but it's like everything is like everything from both sides of your lineage was put onto your back, and you just took it and ran with it. I've got this Queen of Wands here, which had me thinking like family tree. That and like growing and in being who you are, like despite the circumstances, despite the burdens that have been on you. And I got the image of like the crabs in a bucket, which is sort of what you were raised around, is that you being who you are was threatening to those around you, and it's incredible that you made it out in the first place. But then being here, doing what you're doing in the world and accomplishing what you've accomplished makes you nothing short of miraculous. Interesting, this is one of my destiny cards. This has to do with love, is that, and in reverse, tell me that it wouldn't have been, that the hardships you faced were destined, they're part of your soul growth, what have you. But what I always say with like destined events, fated events, that kind of thing, is that they're always a crossroads. It's always a point of co-creation, that you had the choice to show up in this energy. Like I said, people wouldn't be surprised if you were in a much worse position and you still would have been considered a success, considering what you have dealt with. I'm getting that this has been not just one thing, it's been like a series of destructive, like crushing events in your life, that one of these events would take out like the average person, most people, and that you have faced these down multiple times makes you nothing short of superhuman. Again, this kind of miracle energy. But back to this co-creational, is that I do believe that destined events are meant to happen, but that doesn't mean that the outcome is destined. That the event is supposed to be put on your path. How you show up to the event determines what happens next. So I never see destiny as like an outcome that you can't change. It's more of just an event that was meant to happen, so the event can't change. How you show up to the event is what is most important, and what determines your life path and like where you end up. So this is sort of like the free will, that kind of conversation. And the fact that you have shown up in this energy every single fucking time is why you're in the position you're in today. And it's also why this has been coming up in my readings, why people see you as intimidating, even though you may not see that about yourself. You may see yourself in this sort of like open, loving, bright, passionate energy, but that others tend to shy away from you as if you have a darkness to you, which you do, but it's a darkness that you alchemize. It's almost like how stars exist in the night sky, that they're the little bright spot in all the darkness. That's kind of what you are, that you're surrounded by darkness, but you are the light. But you are extraordinarily powerful, and I love this. The counterpart to that comes out, King of Wands, is that you have a very balanced energy, very balanced masculine and feminine energy that can be intimidating to some. But it's just that you've gone through what you've gone through and have accomplished what you've accomplished. Is that people with the amount of accomplishments that you have are intimidating. People who have been through the darkness that you've been through are intimidating. To have both, to have that balance, puts you on a whole other level. So it's not that, especially people, you may notice that they hold back around you. is that it's not that they don't want to be around you or that they don't respect you or what have you. It's more of they don't know how to approach someone like you. You can trigger this kind of like insecurity, or they feel that they can't match your depth, or yeah, your nuance, really. That there's so much to you, there's so much that you've accomplished, is that they don't feel like they can match the depth of what you've been through, nor the accomplishments. So they sort of feel like, what could I really have to offer this person, where they've accomplished so much and been through so much, and I'm somewhere in the middle. So it's that sort of like a triggering, like an imposter syndrome, or an unworthiness wound in others, which is why they'll kind of hang back, or you'll have more like secret admirers than loud supporters. You may have felt like your journey has been a lonely one, or where people just kind of sit back and observe and they watch you do your thing instead of offering to help you or that kind of thing. Is that some people don't know how they can help because of who you are, the force of nature that is you. Interesting. Speaking of fated events, there is a kind of judgment that is being placed on your life right now. Because of your mental fortitude, you've been in the middle of another journey into yourself, but has it's almost like facing your demons in the outside world again as you clear them out internally. Again, how you have faced them has determined how this outcome is shaping out. There has been a determination on this outcome, and the universe is about to present you with a lot of options. Again, apples here. I've been getting a lot of apples in my dreams, like a lot. So that is a sign for you that you have a lot of options coming in. I'm also drawn to the stars on this card, and I was also thinking of suns, because suns are just, enormous stars, and that's kind of your energy. So that could be a sign for some of you. But let me just get a quick closing message. This has been kind of long, as my readings have been lately. What else is new? Just to get an idea of what these options could be for you, if anything wants to come through. I'm hearing to pay attention to 2 years ago. That's actually been a separate message that's been coming up that I might have to read on. Ooh, Two of Cups is poking out in the back here, but I'm hearing you could be avoiding it at the moment. Oh yeah, especially with this Four of Cups in reverse, but you may be interested in taking it when something is presented to you. Interesting. Okay, so this option is going to have to do with something that you've been facing a lot of hardship around. This is something that I'm hearing it a non-starter. This is something you've been trying to get off the ground, but it's felt like at every turn that you have been blocked. The blocks are about to come down, and it's going to free open this path for you. You know what this means for you. It's something that you can't seem to let go of. I'm hearing something that you can't quit. Even if you wanted to, even if the path was blocked every which way, it is something that you are quite passionate about, where both of these are wands. Prepare to be amazed. I'm drawn to the eel at the bottom of this card. I had a dream about an eel, and in it, or it said, prepare to be amazed or prepare to be astounded, something like that. Your cleverness is what has gotten you to this point. So trust yourself. It's about to be so much better than you could have imagined, and it's going to feel like these options, it's going to be like a whole bunch of wish fulfillments dropping in front of you. I'm getting that you don't necessarily have to pick one either, is sort of what is coming through here, is that it's everything will be yours for the choosing, and it's almost like things will want to fit your schedule. So it's going to be very different than before, where it once felt like things were blocked every which way. It's because you are aligning with like the best of the best, that kind of thing. So you don't see this coming. This is going to put you in a very like childlike energy, where you get to explore, you get to be curious, you get to really expand, explore, and learn the fullness of your own potential. You will really get to come into yourself, where this has been a path of extreme mastery, and you have shown up as the master every damn time. So this is your time. Get ready. If this resonates with you, let me know. All of my services are linked in my bio, and make sure you grab a raffle ticket. They're $5.